Right now, a split flow pattern is forming in the atmosphere that could trigger one of the most dangerous, severe weather weeks we have seen this entire season. If you live anywhere from Texas to Michigan, from Oklahoma City to Chicago, you need to hear this. Over 270 cities are in the potential impact zone, and I am going to break down every single one of them hour by hour so you know exactly when this hits your area. But first, let me tell you the one thing that makes this setup so alarming. Stay with me to minute 5, because that is where I reveal which cities face the highest risk for strong tornadoes rated EF2 or higher, and trust me, some of them will surprise you. Here is what we are dealing with. A cutoff low-pressure system over the southwest is about to merge with a powerful upper-level trough diving down from the northwest. When these two systems collide, they create what meteorologists call a split-flow merger. And that merger is the engine behind everything dangerous that is coming this week. Dew points are surging into the mid-60s and even low 70s across the Gulf Coast states, pumping tropical-level moisture northward. Cape values, which measure the fuel available for thunderstorms, are exploding past 2,000 joules per kilogram across parts of Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Illinois. That is an enormous amount of energy just waiting to be released. Now here is where it gets complicated, and do not skip this part because your timing depends on it. This is not a one-day event. This is a 4-day siege of severe weather starting Monday and not letting up until Thursday. Each day brings a different threat to different cities, and the worst day, the one I need you to pay the closest attention to, is Tuesday. I will get to that in a moment, but let me walk you through this day by day so nobody gets caught off guard. Monday. The first round fires across the Deep South. If you are in Little Rock, Arkansas, Jackson, Mississippi, Shreveport, Louisiana, Monroe, Memphis, Tennessee, Birmingham, Alabama, or Montgomery, your window opens around 1 in the afternoon Central Time. By 2 to 3 in the afternoon, storms will already be reaching severe limits. The main threat Monday is large hail, and I mean large. We are talking 2 inches in diameter, the size of golf balls, possibly even larger. Some of these hailstones could do serious damage to vehicles and rooftops. There is also a 2 to 5% tornado probability within 25 miles of any point in the slight risk zone. By 6 to 7 in the evening, these storms will be tracking east into western Mississippi and southwest Alabama with isolated damaging winds and a lingering tornado threat. Storms could persist past midnight for areas around Memphis. If you are in the marginal risk zone, including the Arklatex region and southeast Oklahoma, stay alert through the evening hours. Now here is what you cannot miss. Tuesday is shaping up to be the big one, and I need every single person watching this to understand why. The Storm Prediction Center has already issued an enhanced risk, level 3 out of 5, for central and north-central Illinois, northeastern Missouri, and a small section of southeastern Iowa. A slight risk stretches all the way from southwest Michigan down through Chicago, Indianapolis, St. Louis, Springfield, Wichita, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Wichita Falls, and Abilene, Texas, all the way to the Texas-Mexico border. That is a massive area. Here is the timing for Tuesday. During the late morning and early afternoon, showers will develop across the southern plains in Texas and Oklahoma. By early afternoon, around 1 to 2 Central Time, storms will begin intensifying. The Dallas-Fort Worth area could see a low-end tornado threat during the mid-afternoon, along with very large hail, but the real danger zone is further north. Along that warm frontal boundary near the Missouri-Illinois border, small but intense supercell thunderstorms are expected to fire during the afternoon. This is nearly identical to the setup that produced violent tornadoes near Union City, Michigan just days ago. Any supercell that develops along this boundary has a very high chance of producing tornadoes, and strong tornadoes are absolutely on the table. By 7 in the evening Tuesday, several supercells will likely be ongoing west of Chicago. The tornado threat will be elevated across the Midwest. A cluster of storms will be pushing into Arkansas, mainly producing hail and wind. Additional storms will be firing across West Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. Then between 10 and 11 at night, a full-blown line of thunderstorms will develop, stretching across central Texas toward Dallas-Fort Worth and across central Kansas. This is when the wind threat goes into overdrive. We are talking potential for hurricane-force gusts exceeding 75 miles per hour. The overnight hours Tuesday into Wednesday are critical for anyone from northern Indiana through southern Michigan. An isolated but dangerous tornado threat will persist through the overnight. This is the nocturnal tornado scenario, the kind that catches people sleeping. If you are anywhere from Peoria, Illinois to Fort Wayne, Indiana to Kalamazoo, Michigan, please have your weather alerts turned on and a plan in place before you go to bed Tuesday night. Comment below where you are watching from, and I will do my best to give you a specific breakdown for your area in the next update. Now Wednesday, do not think this is over. As that cold front continues pushing east, a resurgence of severe weather will develop from Illinois all the way down through Texas and eastward into the Ohio Valley. Cities at risk on Wednesday include Pittsburgh, Columbus, Cincinnati, Louisville, Nashville, Little Rock, Alexandria in Louisiana, and everywhere in between. A slight risk, level 2 out of 5, is already in place. The main threat Wednesday shifts more toward damaging straight-line winds with embedded tornadoes in the line. Think of it like a wall of wind pushing east. This is the type of setup that sends trampolines flying and knocks down power lines across entire counties. Wednesday storms will be most intense from the afternoon through the evening hours, roughly 2 in the afternoon through 10 at night Eastern Time. And here is the plot twist that I promised you at minute 5. The cities with the highest risk for strong tornadoes, EF2 or greater, are concentrated in an area most people would not expect. It is not Tornado Alley in the traditional sense. The black-hatched significant severe zone on the Storm Prediction Center maps points directly at central Illinois, northeastern Missouri, and southeastern Iowa for Tuesday, and then shifts into the Ohio Valley for Wednesday. Springfield, Peoria, Bloomington, Champaign, Quincy, Burlington, these communities need to be on high alert. The significant tornado parameter values in this region are off the charts because you have strong winds from the south colliding with strong winds from the west, creating extreme wind direction change with height combined with speed shear. That is the recipe for long-track, violent tornadoes. But wait, there is more coming after the severe weather. Thursday brings yet another round of storms along the mid-Atlantic, from Washington, D.C. up through Philadelphia, New York City, and into southern New England. This will be more of a damaging wind event with possible QLCS tornadoes, which are tornadoes embedded within a fast-moving line of storms. Then right behind that system, cold air comes crashing south. And I mean crashing. By Thursday night and Friday, freezing temperatures will push down across the upper Midwest with dangerous wind chills. Chicago could go from severe thunderstorm warnings to wind chill advisories within 24 hours. By Saturday, that cold air extends into the Ohio Valley and the Northeast. And this is not just a quick cool down. The Arctic oscillation is going negative, and the sudden stratospheric warming event that has been developing is going to keep pushing cold blasts through the rest of March. We are looking at below-average temperatures persisting from the west coast all the way to the east coast through the end of March and possibly into early April. Snow is also on the table. Multiple clipper systems will bring accumulating snowfall to the Midwest, Great Lakes, and Northeast over the next 7 to 10 days. The Euro model is even showing a significant mid-March snowstorm for the mid-Atlantic and southern New England around March 16th through 18th. The GFS is showing snow as far south as eastern Tennessee and the Carolinas in that same time frame. It is still too far out to lock in details, but something wacky is definitely on the table. So let me give you the full city rundown one more time so you can plan. Monday, highest risk, Little Rock, Jackson, Shreveport, Monroe, Memphis, Birmingham, Montgomery, and the surrounding areas. Peak timing, 1 in the afternoon to midnight Central Time. Tuesday, highest risk, Springfield, Illinois, Peoria, Bloomington, Champaign, Quincy, Illinois, Burlington, Iowa, Chicago, St. Louis, Indianapolis, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Dallas-Fort Worth, Wichita, Fort Wayne, Kalamazoo, and Detroit. Peak timing, 2 in the afternoon through 2 in the morning Central Time. Wednesday, highest risk, Pittsburgh, Columbus, Cincinnati, Louisville, Nashville, Jackson, Mississippi, Little Rock, Alexandria, Louisiana. Peak timing, 2 in the afternoon through 10 at night Eastern Time. Thursday, highest risk, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York City, Hartford. Peak timing, afternoon through evening Eastern Time. Now, let me also mention the cities on the fringe that people tend to forget. If you are in Topeka, Kansas City, Des Moines, Rockford, South Bend, Toledo, Lexington, Knoxville, Huntsville, Mobile, Baton Rouge, or Tyler, Texas, you are still inside the risk zone on at least one of these days. Do not assume you are safe just because you are not in the highest risk area. The Michigan tornadoes last week happened outside the enhanced risk zone. That tells you everything you need to know. Do not forget to comment your city below so I can give you a personalized forecast update. And here is what is coming next. That major pattern shift I mentioned, the one that could bring a historic late March cold blast and even a surprise snowstorm to places that have already packed away their winter coats. I am going to break that down in full detail in the next video. You do not want to miss it because what the models are showing right now for the second half of March is something we have not seen in years. Stay safe out there, keep your weather alerts on, and I will see you